Hi guys, it's Mrs. Nielsen here. Today we're going to go over what would you do if we have a tech issue on the first day or the second day, and I'm going to explain the assignments that you need to complete on your own if we're not able to do them together. So the first thing that I would like you to click on after you've done your daily check-in is to go to the Rules and Expectations activity. There's a document there. If we're not able to meet, I would like you to open that document and make a copy. Doesn't look like it's going to let us make a copy. Oh, there it goes. Make a copy. Put your name in the title so I know it's yours. And then I want you to complete this class rules and expectations wish list. So let's talk about that. What if you could make the class rules? I know for most of your school career, probably your teacher has either had you help make the rules or has made the rules. What kinds of things bother you in class? What kinds of things would you like to see in class? These are the things that you should put on this wish list. So let's say that you hate it when people are talking during class. You might say, be quiet during class. And then on the other side where it says, why is this important? You would type in why this is important to you. Maybe you get really distracted by sound and you want everybody to be quiet. So I want you to do 2 or 3 rules and expectations that you would really like to see happen in class. And then I'm going to gather all that information and I'm going to see what the most commonly stated rules are. And we're going to make a list of our own class rules and expectations from that. Don't forget to share it with me so that I can see what you've done. So that's assignment 1. Going back to the classroom, if you look here, the next thing that you would do is the name the continent activity. So you're going to click on this link. This is just a basic review. I wanted to get a baseline of what you know about geography because we're going to be studying geography in social studies this quarter. And I wanted to know what your basic understanding of geography is. So one of the things that people basically should know is the name of the continents. There are 7 of them. You probably learned them in 3rd grade, possibly 4th grade. They might have been reviewed in 5th grade. So this is what I would like you to do. There's a slideshow here. If you progress to the map, you should be able to click on that and let's see if pushing play would help. They're kind of going through and they're showing you all the different things. I think at the end is where the quiz is. So you can look through this, kind of get an idea of what they're talking about. This isn't a trick quiz. I know you haven't thought about this for a while. So it does slides to show you the different continents and the oceans that are around. And then hopefully at the end, it gives you the quiz that you can fill in. We'll see. Okay. Looks like maybe we have to go back to the beginning and this. And what I'll do is I'll add a document that you can write down the numbers. So this looks like an ocean down here, but this is the continent at the bottom. So just be aware. And obviously, since you have the slideshow, you're going to be able to get help if you need it. Okay. Like I said, this isn't a trick test. It's not to get you to feel badly about whether you know it or not. There are slides here that kind of show the different continents. It's just a review and an introduction into geography. We're going to dive deeper into geography, and we're going to do a little bit of different types of activities. In the past, you might be doing things like naming places and that kind of thing. What we're going to talk about is how these places interact and how the people in each place affect that place. So it's going to be a little bit different look at geography. But if you could get that done, fill in the document 1 through 7, you're going to name all of these continents. And remember, you have slides that will help you if you need help with that. So that's name the continent. I think the only other thing that you might do for the week on these given days is the weirdest laws in the world activity. We're going to talk about how rules are important. We did our wish list of rules and expectations. And we're kind of focusing in the first week about why society needs rules and why rules are important. So in our discussion, we would talk about how people make laws based on the behavior of their citizens. So I gathered some information about the weirdest laws, and it's basically based on things that people have done in that area. So, for example, locally in Galesburg, you're not allowed to own a smelly dog. In Kentucky, you can't dye a duckling or a rabbit blue or green unless you're selling them in groups of 6 or more. In Alaska, it's against the law to look at or view moose from an airplane. And in Colorado, it's against the law to harm a rock. So our discussion would focus on why are these rules made? How do we get off track in our rules and our lawmaking? And I think you'll understand and realize here that sometimes laws are made for the silliest reasons. And when we're really talking about the rules of society and the laws of society, the ones that are the most important are the ones that affect the most people. So just like in our classroom, we probably wouldn't make a rule based on what maybe one person said that might be very specific to them. I might work with that person to kind of help that person with that specific issue, but we probably wouldn't make a rule out of it just because it would only affect that one student. But if 13 of you said, for instance, raise your hand before you make a comment on a Zoom meeting, then that's probably something that affects quite a few people, and it's either distracting or irritating or confusing to those people. That would affect quite a few people, more than half of the class. So we might make a rule about that. And the same thing is true for laws. We make laws. Hopefully, these are not good examples. They're weird and they are very crazy. But most laws help people to be safe, and therefore the majority of people that live in an area, a state, a town, a country, and they're to help protect us and to help our society work like a well-oiled machine. Do the laws always work? No. Do people always follow the laws? No. And that's a problem. And that's something that really causes a lot of tragedy and a lot of pain, is when people don't follow the laws. So you would read the list of weird laws, and in order to finish the assignment, you would choose 3 that you think are the weirdest, and then you would add a funny graphic to show that law. So I did weird law number 1, illegal to dye your ducklings blue, and I put a blue duckling as the example. So that's what you would do on that assignment. And places is the last one. I know I said weirdest was the last one, but actually places is the last one. For places, we're going to talk about geography, remember, for quarter 1. So our discussion for this activity would be based on there are different places in the world, and everybody probably has a favorite place that they like to go to, or if they visited on vacation, or they've seen on videos. I've never been to Hawaii, but Hawaii is by far one of my favorite places because it just looks absolutely beautiful, and I love the ocean. So a favorite place doesn't have to necessarily be someplace that you've been, but places are important. Places are where our memories are made. Places are where we meet people that are important to us. Places are where things happen in our lives that, are important to us. So place is kind of the setting for everything that happens in our life. So, when we talk about places are an important part of our life. So on this assignment, it says the places in the picture above are interesting places around the world. Some places have beautiful locations, while others have great cultural or historic value. Tell us about a place that you visited or want to visit and why it's important to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to, below here, you're going to type in a short description of your place. And then you're going to give 3 images of that place. If you are doing someplace that doesn't have easily accessible images, let's say you're doing your house, that's fine. One of my favorite places is my house. But I don't have a ton of pictures of my house, and I don't expect you guys to upload pictures. So you can do things like, oh, the favorite part of my house is my backyard, and then upload a picture of a backyard. It doesn't have to be your backyard. Or if you want to say my favorite place in my house is my bedroom, you can upload a picture of a bedroom. It doesn't have to be your bedroom. So you're going to upload 3 images and then give that 1 to 2 sentence description of why that place is important to you. Those are all the assignments for the week in social studies. Again, this would only happen, you would only have to do this if for some reason on the days that these assignments are dropped, we would not be able to meet because the internet's down or something's wrong with the technology. You would go on and you would be able to finish those assignments. This Zoom etiquette material is not something you need to worry about. If we were to have a tech problem related to the day that we're going to do that, we would reschedule that because we are going to join with Mrs. Ferguson's class and do a tech tutorial. And so I don't want you to do anything with the Zoom etiquette until we do that tech tutorial. So you don't need to worry about that. Those are all your assignments for social studies. You can pause this video at any point and do the assignment and then come back to the video and do the next assignment since you have all the descriptions. And remember, you can email me. Even if my computer at work doesn't work, my phone is usually able to work. So email me if you have any issues.